think probably the memories are that when you have got memories, it sticks in your mind more if you've gone somewhere different, because most days it's just the normal routine. But I have been on some trips with students and with staff, and people think that, oh, well, there you are, you're off on a jolly, but they don't realise that if you're with 16 to 18-year-olds predominantly, you've got to watch everyone. You've got to make sure they're not doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and they're not drinking or misbehaving, and that they're representing the college, and that their behaviour is what we would expect of them to be showing to other people. But at times, they have gone off track a bit, and those are the memories.
I was always a member of the Staff Association, and there used to be some fantastic nights out and events that were organised. I remember coming to a cheese and wine evening. I'd never been to a cheese and wine evening before, and it was fancy dress. I remember my husband came as a chef, holding a big plastic lobster under his arm, and I came as a maid, and we won first prize, so that was nice. I also remember going on a trip to Blackpool with the Staff Association, and the coach breaking down at Newport Pagnell. And we were stuck on the coach for ages, and then when we got to Blackpool it was raining, but everybody had a good time and a good laugh. So I had some super memories really from being a member of the Staff Association.
I was treasurer of the Staff Association for about 20 years, so I was on the committee, but it was very active, and we used to have lots of different events. We used to have home entertainment evenings, so members of staff performing. Other events in the college where somebody prepared, a meal on a theme, maybe a French meal, and we had French music. Trips to the theatre. We used to organise children's Christmas party, rambles, walks, and one of the things that we used to do was have an annual day trip to the Lake District, and whilst the Staff Association has long gone, that day trip to the Lake District is still going, so I still go on that every year. Quite a lot of the people who go on it now are not actually college people. They're friends of college people or people who've gone on it for years. But those kinds of things were very good for helping staff to get to know one another just away from a working environment, and to see that people had a life that wasn't just completely focused on work. Whereas I feel now that the work is so intense that you work with people, but you're so busy you never really get to know them. So.
Me and my friend Kim, who we worked in the Learning Centre together, we did one of the first Red Nose Days, and it was all, we had photographs taken, it was put in the newspaper. A lot of charity things we did. We were very fond of charity things, and we tried to support it all we can, and we dressed up as Centrinians to raise money, and there was a lot more of staff dressing up and doing things then. It's not so much now. I mean, I still do it. I did it the other day. I did the 5K walk. I still dressed up, even at my age. I think it was quite fun. I quite enjoyed it. Raising money, so it was really good.
I can always remember, it used to be like a holiday camp, really, to be honest, when we first started here. Every summer, we would finish the classes by May, Whitwick, and then we used to have interdepartmental competitions, such as five-a-side football, badminton, and we used to have other competitions like superstars in the gym. And it used to be all kind of a lot of activities, and after the activities finished, we would go down to the pub and have little parties, and it was really good.
Well, if I talk about what we do now, which is I work with the students to manage business events, and we work a lot with employers. When it was Wolverhampton College, I wasn't in that position at that time to be doing events with students, but I did used to work with administration students, and I'd like to try and get them involved in real work. And I love doing events. I absolutely, maybe I should have been a wedding planner, because I like doing things and seeing the reaction from others if everything goes well. And I was involved with getting a marquee. I managed to get a company to donate for one evening and 2 days a massive marquee when we were expecting the cosmonauts over from Russia, and during a science week. This is when we were all from college. But we couldn't just put this marquee up and leave it on the premises and then close the premises up at night and all go home. So we had to get a member of staff to sleep in this marquee all night. But I do believe he invited some friends over in the night to keep him company. And it was brilliant meeting the cosmonauts.
The other thing that happened, which was actually a real event in terms of the forensics, was that there was a time when one car was actually set on fire in the car park at the back of Paget Road, which is the student car park. And unfortunately, the fire spread and severely damaged a member of staff's car next to it. And the police came and the fire brigade came to put the fires out, but I used that as a real example of photographing a burnt out car as a project for the students. So it was a real job in a sense. The police didn't ask them to do it, but I felt it was like a proper commission from the police to do that. And it was exciting for them to do, although not for the lecturer whose car it was involved. But it was quite an interesting task for them.
The college was always very generous in terms of supporting staff to do CPD activity, and I was one of the first managers, along with 10 or 11 others, to do the postgraduate certificate in management in education. And we used to have some fun. We used to work hard, but we used to have some fun. And I often used to travel in the car with Chris Hammonds to Stratford, because we did the course combined with 4 or 5 other colleges, so we had to travel around the country to meet in different places. And we got to know each other very well then. And on the way back, we'd have so much to laugh about that we often used to miss the turning off the motorway. I remember the once we ended up nearly in Stoke and we'd never noticed. We were just enjoying ourselves, laughing so much. So it was a marvellous experience being able to do that management programme. And there was some very innovative teaching from CEL and other organisations that got involved with it. So they made it fun, they made it enjoyable. You got to know people from the college very well on the programme, and other members of staff from other colleges, and it was just fantastic, really. I really enjoyed doing that.